5-6.
On our way back to Northfield Park from Miami Valley, where Jason and I were victorious with Swinging Señorita in the first leg of the James Hackett Memorial. Now, as you can see, I'm not in my car. Jason wanted to leave at 9:30 this morning to be at Lasix. First start on Lasix.
Yep.
First start on Lasix for Swinging Señorita. He had to get down for Lasix, left with plenty of time. I said, I'll just jump in with Jason. Raced the filly and was a winner. And I had said to Jason, maybe on the way home we'll drop by Virgil Morgan's and pick up Oakwood Cowboy, and that's exactly what we were going to do. I didn't really know where we were going to race him his first start, but it looks like he should be able to do in the numbers of 6. They went 52-4 last night. He was a winner in 52-1 his last start. There's no gimme. There's no gimmies in those classes. That's probably why he was up for sale to begin with. But it looks like he should be able to do in there. I just had a brief message with Virgil back and forth, and he said he really liked the horse. You know, nice horse, doesn't do anything wrong type thing. So we'll see how that plays out. So we're a little bit of a horse Uber tonight. We're on our way home, and on our way we're going to stop at Virgil Morgan's farm and pick up Oakwood Cowboy, put him in the back also, and continue back home to Northfield Park. As I said, a good race today from Swinging Señorita. She raced well, dug in tough. We didn't even have earplugs on her today. I just assumed that Ronnie Gillespie's horse would leave a little bit more. I knew that Chris Lems would be going out of there. I thought there was a small chance I'd be on the front, a better chance I'd be covered up. Probably the same trip that the filly, what's her name? Chris Lems' filly. Truly Relentless. I just assumed Truly Relentless would snap around us leaving. Ron Gillespie would shove through the rail and I'd be forced to drop in the 3-hole. That's how I saw the race going. But as we come out of the turn into the stretch, about to say go, it became very clear to me that I was going to be able to beat Ronnie Gillespie's filly out of there. And again, I'm just assuming Chris is going to pop to the front. I'm going to sit behind him now. He did get beat in the qualifier that way by both that filly and Swinging Señorita. And as we got halfway into the first turn, it just seemed like Chris didn't want to be on the front. So I looked over my shoulder. Looked like there was going to be enough room there. I just kind of gave Swinging Señorita her head, and she pushed forward. In the hole he went, and I backed her. I backed it up. Got a pretty good second quarter breather. She felt very strong. And again, just an ear hood on today. Now she knows where the wire is, and she knows to work to the wire. But again, without those earplugs in, there was that little voice inside me at Title Lane that said, geez, you better not let this fella out from being in behind you. But I could also see that, Chris Page was about to flip 3 wide. How much horse does he have? I didn't think that Ronnie Gillespie had enough to beat me. My biggest concern was on my back, so just don't let him out. And it worked out well right to the wire. She was a winner, but she was not the first horse that raced today. We're almost all the way through the day. I waited until after Locatelli raced. Now I see a trend forming, so I'm gonna hope that I'm wrong. But the track is terrible at Mohawk tonight. It rained and then snowed. It's kind of sticky and deep. Unbeatable Kemp looked horrible. He didn't look awful mechanically wise. He just had no power, which is very rare for him. We've been trying to work on brakes and getting him in the right place and trying to keep him happy. He was second over. That was his trip, to kick home hard. He usually does. Now, they'll scope him after the race, and we'll draw blood on him tomorrow, I'm sure. But I'm more worried about the racing surface, especially since I just watched Locatelli finish 5th in what, for all intents and purposes, was a 5-horse field. Got away in the front, HP Mama B looped around to the front, and Locatelli couldn't stick with her. Is it the track? Well, I hope it isn't, because there is another horse wearing flip-flops racing later on in White Tiger. So I guess we'll see. I don't want to start making excuses for the horses, but clearly Unbeatable Kemp, he's done a lot of things right and wrong in his life, but been soundly defeated and walked, not generally one of them. Not that I've seen in most of his life. And again, Locatelli, we've seen him be flat today, but to get a good trip for him and look so weak on the end of it is not his MO. And last week, you got to give him he pitched the line. I mean, the horse got away at the back, and the first half was slow. Good last quarter, and quite the opposite tonight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that White Tiger can negotiate the track a little bit better. This morning, we had a couple of racers early in the afternoon. We had She's a Sassy Beach, and she did not race good. Faltered, finished 5th. Again, was it the mud? Was it this? Was it that? I have no idea, but she was claimed. So, out of sight, out of mind. All I know is that she's no longer with us. She has departed the stable and Megan's barn, and that will be that. Not a great mile from her, a little flat, finished 5th, is what it is. Sister Solange followed her up with a flat mile. Actually, Swinging Senorita is the only good mile of the night so far, the day so far.
It's the only one I paddocked.
It's the only one you paddock, yeah? Well, must be it.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah. Sister Solange was poor again. Now, bad timing for Sister Solange because the sale was today. Now, the last horse we talked about, I just saw Amy's text. He scoped clean. I can assure you, if Unbeatable can function and scopes clean in races like that, all indicators, especially with follow-up information from Locatelli and how flat he was, I'm going to say, I hope that White Tiger races well. I hope. As I was saying, Sister Solange was one of the horses we had in the sale today. Now, this is the time of year we start weeding out the horses, and I had a great conversation with a number of clients today on a number of topics, and Sister Solange was one of them. Didn't sell her. I told everybody we were going to sell on 24. What ended up happening was we got to 20, and David Reed from Preferred called me and said, hey, are you sure you want to sell on 24 and not be a little, easier? Now, at this point, the filly had got to 22. I don't know when the last actual bid was. I said, okay, sell on 23 then. We got one more bid for Leaps and Bounds from a breeder, Oakwood Stables, I think. I'm not familiar with them, but I'm sure they bought her to breeder. So good luck to them with the filly. And Sister Solange, who I thought would actually bring a little more money. Yeah, she raced poorly in the mud today. Finished 3rd again. Passed a horse. Finished 3rd. And wasn't a great mile. And then as it turned out, the last live bid on her was around 2021. Now, Steve, one of our clients who does breed horses also, was one of the people, is one of the owners of Sister Solange and did bid on Sister Solange. He called me after and said, what were you looking to get? He said, I was out at 18, I would have went to 20. Well, I don't know that there was a live bid at 21 or 22. I'm not sure. So I had put it to all our clients that, we have an active bid, an active offer now, and it's an offer from Steve for $20,000 for Sister Solange, and I guess we'll probably take it. Landing Pad didn't sell, not a bid. This is a tough time of year to sell these horses. There seem to be a lot of them floating around. Not a bid. I was shocked. Mario has a partner, a friend in hockey that said that they liked, he said he liked Landing Pad. Would you take $9,000 American for Landing Pad? Well, the entire free world said they weren't going to give us 10. So 9, I guess we'll take. And it got me thinking. I had a number of people call me and say, hey, would you take 7? Would you take 8? I said, I'm sorry, the horse is sold. I'm sorry, the horse is sold. The last person that messaged me, I said, he's sold, but I have another horse named Sir Strong. That jumped in his foot training the other day. He's ready to qualify, but he's not going to make it as a stake horse. And he's in the same boat as this guy. If you want him, you can have him. And we sold Sir Strong for $9,000. A little lower for a number of horses than we wanted today, but at the same token, this is the time of year. We're trying to buy horses and keep horses, retain horses, and hopefully someday breed horses, like even Oakwood Cowboy, who looks like he's going to be a pretty useful horse for us. So to do that, to have a strong stable, you need to continue to turn the horse over. If they're not going to, I think we've done. I don't think anybody out there can say that we didn't give every chance possible to Sir Strong, to Landing Pad, to Sister Solange, to Leaps and Bounds, because we did. Worked hard on it. I think Leaps, she might be a little sick. She might have a little more to offer. But when you know the Stallion series are going to go 55, 56, it's pretty hard to hang on a horse that might trot there, but might not. So I think today's sale was necessary. There's still 1 or 2 more that may need to go in the next few weeks, but for the most part, we've weeded out quite a few horses. Now, I was getting a little bit concerned also because Kings County has not impregnated one mare yet. We have, how many have we bred? 5, 4? Yeah, but we didn't, like 2 of them haven't even foaled yet, right? State Park S and and the other filly aren't full yet. So 4, we've bred to him twice, and he hasn't got them in full. Now, scientifically speaking, there's no reason for that. His sperm was fine, his mobility was fine. I looked down the list, it means nothing to me, but it was all green check, green check, green check, green check. They said, yes, he should be fine to breed. But he didn't get anybody in full yet, so I was starting to worry. Globetrotting didn't get in full the Kings County first time, second time. I said, okay, that's enough. I bought the green shoe breeding for Globetrotting. Now today, there was a tactical landing breeding at what, 40% off. I'm going to give $8,500. He's $15,000 is the stud fee for tactical landing. I just thought, thinking along the same lines, just trying to be proactive, saying, hey, and I hope he does. I hope Kings County gets My Jazz in full. I hope he gets Path of Totality in full. I hope they all get in full, but that's okay because State Park S is still not even full out yet. So when that horse breeds, if he gets everybody in full, great. We'll use the tactical breeding on her. And if one of the other fillies that we had bred comes back, like My Jazz comes back and says, no, she's not in full, maybe we'll go a different route. It is vitally important that we get the horses in full, much like trotters. Rule number 1, keep them trotting. Broodmares, I suspect rule number 1, get them in full. So I don't want to get into a position where we're breeding mares in June. That's not what we want to do, and we tried to start breeding early to stay away from that. So hopefully we can start getting some movement where the mare is getting full, right? It's the hope anyway. I'm not getting worried, but I just don't want to, I don't want to get in a position where we got to cross our fingers and hope, right? I want to be as aggressive as I can with this. Now, Globetrotting, we had the green shoe breeding. You guys know I originally bought the green shoe breeding for Path of Totality like an idiot, and didn't realize, never dawned on me that Path of Totality is by Donato Hanover, and green shoe is out of a Donato Hanover mare. You can't breed green shoe to Path of Totality. And it wasn't me that figured it out. It was brought to my attention. So it turned out we have one of our best mares, Globetrotting. Why not breed her to a stallion that is thought of and hopefully will be one of the best sires in our game today. So that's what went on today. I guess there's some closure in the sales and selling the horses, but not what we wanted. A little bit light on Leaps and Bounds. I think quite a bit light on the other horses, and not even fair. Poor Landing Pad didn't even get a bid. It's like an orphan. And Sir Strong, Landing Pad set the price for him. So 5 horses left, and we'll be leaving the stable today for the most part. I got to message Steve and say that our clients have agreed to sell the mare. It's so frustrating. It's such a great question from just a normal, honest question from one of our clients saying, Sir Strong, he's bred so well, he's had his moments where he looked good, he saw that race at Northfield, he made that break and back trotting, it just looked like something was there, and there is, but you have to be able to push through all the hurdles, and one of the last ones is being able to grow and mature. You look at Swinging Senorita, great filly last year, come out swinging today, mile 56-1 on a frigid day, right? And then you have other horses, and just Sister Solange just doesn't seem like she can take that next leap, or just isn't physically or mentally mature enough to do it yet. Do we want to hang on to those horses? Probably not. They'll be race horses. I see them. They'll be race horses. We'll see Sister Solange race again down the road. Maybe Leaps and Bounds, and maybe Sir Strong will race someday, but they're just not stable horses right now. So a great question from Chris. I appreciate that, and just simply asking, why can't he? What happened with this horse? It looked like there was something there, and there was. And the simple answer is they have to be able to push forward in every way. And that last hurdle, whether it be the very last one or a couple before, if they can't get through, they can't get through. And for me, somebody who has to be responsible for you, I have to make a decision sometimes that now is the time to move that horse. So that's where it happened today. That's what went on with those horses, with all those horses today, and they'll be exiting the stable. Make room for hopefully other horses that are coming up, and our 2-year-olds getting ready to qualify, and horses like Oakwood Cowboy that we acquire along the way. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Good luck, my God, good luck to White Tiger and everybody, all my partners in White Tiger. I can tell you, we're up against it tonight after watching the first 2 races, and now just seeing that that Unbeatable Kemp Scope Clean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned. So, but who knows? As it gets colder, maybe the track will tighten up. So, I'll let you guys go. Tomorrow's a new day. Lots of babies training tomorrow. It's supposed to be cold, though. No rain, though, is it? Yeah. I didn't tell you that? Oh, not here tomorrow. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're not training here tomorrow. We're just jogging here tomorrow and got a few little errands to run. And Wednesday, getting all mixed up. It's Monday. Wednesday we'll be training all the horses here. So it's going to be cold here. It's going to be cold in Ontario. Hopefully it's warm where you are. We'll talk to you all very soon. Take care.